Hello everyone. In the lecture series of electromagnetic theory and electrodynamics, today I am going to take up electric potential and electric field due to an electric dipole. So first of all, we shall derive an expression for the electric potential, and based on that we would be deriving electric field as well. So let's begin with the electric potential first. So this is the dipole. As you can see, two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance L. So this is the positive charge and this is negative charge. Such an arrangement is known as electric dipole. So we have to find the potential at point P, which is situated at a distance of r from the midpoint of this dipole. Also, the point P is at a distance of r1 and r2 from the positive charge and negative charge, right? So we shall be deriving an expression for potential at point P due to this dipole, which is formed of plus q and minus q charges as shown. Now the potential P due to this positive charge q, let me call this V1. So potential at P due to this positive charge will be V over 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q over r, the distance is r1. Similarly, the potential at P due to this negative charge q will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught minus q upon the distance is r2 with negative sign. Q's negative charges I have taken here. So the total potential at P due to these two charges shall be V1 V is equal to V1 plus V2. So we shall add them algebraically. So it will give you 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught can be taken out, q can also be taken out. So in the bracket we will have 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. Let me mark this equation as 1. So if the point P is very far away from this dipole, in that case I can take these radial distances r1, r and r2 to a great extent. I can take them parallel. These lines can be taken as parallel lines when this point P is far away from this dipole, because this distance is very small as compared to these distances. So I can approximate these radial distances as parallel lines, right? In that case I can write this r1 to be, r1 will be what? R1 will be r minus this thing o dash. So r1 will be r minus o dash, because in that case I can take these lines as parallel lines and the point is considered to be very far away from this dipole. So in that case r1 will be r minus o dash, r minus o dash. This distance will be how much? Because the total separation between the charges is L, so this is O being the midpoint, this distance will be L by 2. So this, if this angle is theta, this distance will be, this O dash will be L by 2 cos theta, L by 2 cos of theta. In the same way I can approximate this R2 to be r plus ab dash ab is equal to r plus L by 2 cos of theta. So these we will substitute these two equations for R1 and R2 here in this equation. So I have the total potential V will be Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon R1 means 1 upon R minus L by 2 cos of theta minus 1 upon R plus L by 2 cos of theta. So a little bit of simplification is now required. Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. This is a sort of A minus V, A plus V in the identity. R square minus L cos theta square L by 2 cos theta square. So this will be R minus L by 2 R plus L by 2 cos of theta minus R minus L by 2 cos of theta. So R gets cancelled with R. So I will be left with Q over 4 pi epsilon naught cos theta it becomes L cos theta upon one more thing. When this R is very very large as compared to this L by 2, I can neglect this L by 2 cos theta as compared to R. So this term can be neglected in comparison to R square. So in that case I will write only R square. So finally I have expression for potential to be, I am writing it here, V is equal to QL cos of theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. I can write this as 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 over R square QL to cos of theta. All of the terms have been included. Yes. So as you can see, the potential is depending on, the potential is a factor of 1 over R square QL and cos of theta. This QL is dipole moment, it is denoted by M. This is angular factor, so this is angle factor. This is again a distance factor, and this is constant. So as you can see, potential is depending on the distance factor, dipole moment and the angle factor, this term being constant. So finally, if I write QL as M, known as dipole moment, then this expression can be written as V is equal to M cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So this is the expression for electric potential due to a dipole at point P, which is situated at distance r from the midpoint O. Now based on this expression, we shall deduce an expression for the electric field as well. So let's move on to the electric field. So for deriving expression for E, we shall be using this relation, E is equal to minus del V. V, we can use this expression, but delta, for delta we shall be using relation in the spherical polar coordinate system. So in spherical coordinate system, any point P can be written in terms of Cartesian as well as polar coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system you have x, y, z, and in polar coordinate system you have r, theta and phi. So this is the r, theta, and this azimuthal angle phi. Also ar, a theta and a phi are the unit vectors along r, theta and phi direction. Also they are mutually perpendicular to each other. All the three vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other, as is written over here. Ar cross a theta is equal to a phi. These are the unit vectors. So we shall use this this expression for delta here. So E is equal to minus del V. I have made a separate video on this relation. If you want to watch the video, I'll give a link in the description box and also in the I button. So in spherical coordinate system, the del operator is given by this. So as you can see, this relation has three components: radial component, and these two are the angular component, theta component and phi component. So this depends on r, this depends on theta, and this vector depends on phi. So now electric field E is given by E is equal to minus delta V. So we shall use this value of delta and put over here. So this will give you E is equal to minus AR del V. So V you will use here del V upon del R minus A theta, because negative sign is there. That is why all the terms have become negative. 1 upon R del V by del theta minus A phi unit vector 1 upon R sin theta del V by del R. Now we got to differentiate these terms in terms of with respect to R, theta and phi respectively, right? So the first term minus AR unit vector in terms of radial component and del R. First I'll put the value of V over here. V m cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square m cos theta, same here, same here. So this term I got to differentiate with respect to R. This term I got to differentiate with respect to theta, and this with respect to phi. As you can easily see, this term has this term is not depending on phi. That is why differentiation with respect to phi will be 0. This is a function of r, so I will differentiate it. So it will give me m cos theta upon 2 pi epsilon naught r cube. R square has now changed into r cube after differentiation. Similarly, the same thing happens. Now the differentiation has been done with respect to theta. So m sin theta upon 4 pi epsilon, and this term will come out to be 0. So the radial component of electric field, this radial component of electric field will be m cos theta upon 2 pi epsilon naught r cube, and the angular component will be m sin theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Also E phi will be 0. This I have marked as equation number 7. This equation 7 can also be written as remember this, any vector E can be written as the component of their unit vectors in the respective direction x, y, z. So E will be ER AR plus E theta A theta plus E phi A phi. These are the unit vectors AR, A theta and A phi. So using this relation, I can write this as in the summation form: E, which depends on R and theta. Phi has not been included because phi term is 0. it is not depending on phi. So m upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube, and in the bracket 2 cos theta unit vector plus sin theta unit vector. So these two are the final expressions for the electric field, right? So we have finally deduced an expression for the electric field in terms of radial and angular component based on the expression for potential. So as you can see, AR, A theta and A phi are the unit vectors along r theta and phi directions. Also they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is the property of the spherical coordinate system. Why we have used this spherical coordinate system? Because we want to use an expression for delta so that E can be deduced out. So that's all in this derivation. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel, please like the video and share to your friends as well. So thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.